We're on the record in cause number 319291. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Bailey Aura Townsend. Is that your full name, Ms. Townsend?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Townsend, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Townsend, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Townsend, you may put your hand down. Ms. Townsend, I have before me well, first of all, Ms. Townsend, how are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Now, Ms. Townsend, I have before me a motion to revoke your unadjudicated probation. In this motion, it alleges that on November 5th of 2018, that this court found that the evidence was sufficient beyond a reasonable doubt to support a finding of guilt for the offense of possession of marijuana.
Yes, sir.
However, the court deferred adjudicating your guilt and placed you on unadjudicated probation for a period of 2 years. The state filed the motion to revoke your unadjudicated probation on April 13th of 2020. In this motion, there are 8 allegations. Now I'm looking at the misdemeanor plea admonishment, and it looks like it only have allegations 1 and 5. Is that correct, Mr.?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so state, are you abandoning counts 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 8?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, so Ms. Townsend, the state is abandoning counts 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 8, which means that they're not proceeding with this motion to revoke your probation on those counts. However, they are proceeding on counts 1 and 5. Count 1, Ms. Bailey, alleges that, well, count 1 alleges that you committed the offense of possession of a drug paraphernalia on or about the 22nd day of February of 2019 in the parish of Lafayette, state of Louisiana, against the peace and dignity of the state in violation of condition 1 of your probation order. Is that true or not true?
Yes, sir. It's true.
It's true? Okay. Allegation number 5 alleges, Ms. Townsend, that you failed to abstain from the use or possession of any drugs except those taken or possessed under doctor's orders as ordered by the court, in that on or about March 28 of 2019, that you provided a urine sample for a specific analysis that showed the presence of the metabolic byproducts of amphetamine, methamphetamine, Suboxone, and oxycodone in violation of condition 13 of your probation order. Is that true or not true?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you have to say true or not true, either one of them.
That's true.
Okay. Now, Ms. Townsend, are you pleading true to allegations 1 and 5 freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And Ms. Townsend, are you pleading true to those allegations because they are true?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Townsend, I have before me a document that is titled State's Exhibit, well, that's labeled State's Exhibit number 1, but titled the misdemeanor plea admonishment. On page 1 of this document, there's one box that's checked that's titled, well, it's MTRP, which stands for Motion to Revoke Probation. On page 2 of the same document, there are a set of initials BT on a line next to a box that's checked MTRP, true to allegations 1 and 5. Ms. Townsend, did you place your initials on this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 3 of this same document, there's a signature at the top of this page above the line that's titled defendant. Is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
Now, Ms. Townsend, I have another document here. This document is titled the misdemeanor plea, well, excuse me, is titled the trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal. Ms. Townsend, there's a signature above the line that says defendant. Ms. Townsend, is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
There are two boxes that's checked at the top of this document. The first box states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Ms. Townsend, do you understand that?
Yes, sir, I do.
Second box states that you're waiving, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Now, Ms. Townsend, prior to signing and initialing these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit 1. State, you like to offer State's 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Doyle, do you have any objections?
No objection, Judge.
No objections. State's Exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Mr. Doyle, you've advised and counseled Ms. Townsend. Is there any evidence that she's currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
None, Judge.
Okay, Ms. Townsend, your attorney, Mr. Doyle, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Doyle, I will accept your plea of Ms. Townsend, I will accept your pleas of true to allegations 1 and 5. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your pleas are true and waivers was freely and voluntarily given. I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to revoke your unadjudicated probation, and your unadjudicated probation is hereby revoked. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
What is that agreement?
The agreement is for 30 days, county jail, credit for time served, tax and retire all court costs.
Okay, Ms. Townsend, the
Yes.
state is offering that you serve 30 days in the Jefferson County Jail. However, you will not have to serve any more time in jail on this case because you've already spent 30 days in Jefferson County Jail. Therefore, you'll be given credit for time served. If you owe any court costs, you will not have to pay, and actually the court cost in this case is $57. However, you will not have to pay the $57, the court cost, because the time that you spent in jail has already paid it off. Therefore, the court costs will be taxed and retired. Ms. Townsend, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
And do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Townsend, I'll follow the plea bargaining agreement that you've entered into with the state. Your sentence is 30 days in Jefferson County Jail. However, you'll be given credit for time served, and the court costs of $57 will be taxed and retired. Ms. Townsend, please follow the bailiff. You have a good day. Well, you have a blessed day, and this will conclude your case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good luck. Call me if you have any questions.
Amanda Flowers, this is Mr. LeBlanc.
Clowers? Okay. We're on the record in cause number 328318. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Amanda Clark. We have Ms. Clowers appearing via Zoom. Her attorney, Mr. LeBlanc, is also appearing via Zoom. Ms. Clowers, would you please raise your right hand? Ms. Clowers, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Clowers, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Ms. Clowers?
I'm doing fine today.
That's good. Ms. Clowers, you're here represented by your attorney, Mr. LeBlanc. Mr. LeBlanc, how are you doing?
Good, Judge, thanks.
That's good. Ms. Clowers, the information in this case alleges that on or about November 11th of 2020, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed to Class A misdemeanor offense, failure to identify a fugitive from justice. Ms. Clowers, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, Ms. Clowers, how do you plead? Guilty? Not
Yes,
guilty?
sir.
How do you plead?
Guilty?
Okay. Now, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading guilty because are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Clowers, I have before me a document that is titled the Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. It is also labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. On page 2 of this document, there are set of initials AP on a line next to a box that's checked guilty. Did you place your initials on this?
Yes, sir.
And on page 2 of the same, on page 3 of the same document, there's a signature above the line that says defendant. Is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
And, Mr. LeBlanc, I'm
Yes,
looking,
Your Honor.
I gotta send this document back to you. You didn't check any boxes at the top of this document where it said, that's right, he's there. Let me do, I'll do this here. Okay, Mr. LeBlanc.
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, now, this document, at the top of this document, there are several boxes here. Did you, and none of them have been checked. I'll just read off the first box to you and see if you want me to check that. You don't have access to the document. Let me do, this is the plea bargain case, and the defendant has no right of appeal.
Yes, Judge, that's it.
Okay, now the second box states that the defendant has waived the right to an appeal.
Okay, and you can check that one too, Judge.
Okay, now the third box, it states that it's not a plea bargain case and the defendant has the right of appeal.
That doesn't apply.
All right, and the fourth box is a plea bargain case, but matters were raised by written motion filed and ruled on before the trial and not withdrawn or waived, and the defendant has the right of appeal.
That doesn't apply, Your Honor.
Okay, and the fifth box states that is a plea bargain case, but the trial court has given permission to appeal and the defendant has the right of appeal.
That doesn't apply, Your Honor.
You checked off the first two boxes. Okay, so now, Miss, and I'll just put my initials along the side here.
Okay, Judge.
Noting that I've checked these boxes off with your permission. Now, Miss Flower, I have a document that is titled the Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Right of Appeal. At the bottom of this document, there's a signature above the line that says defendant. Is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
Now, at the top of this document, two boxes that has been checked by me with the permission of your attorney that states that this is a plea bargain case and the defendant has no right of appeal. Did your attorney go over that with you?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And let's see. Second box that's checked states that the defendant has waived the right to appeal, which means the defendant has given up the right to appeal. It states that you've given up your right to appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And did your attorney go over that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and now with these two boxes that have been checked, are you do you consent to the court checking these boxes on behalf of your attorney?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, also, Ms. Clowers, there should be a document out there that's titled Discovery Certification. On paper, did your attorney go over that document with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you sign that document?
Yes, sir.
Now, prior to signing and initiating all of these documents that I just went over, did your attorney go over all of these documents with you?
Yes, sir.
And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and let's see. State, I have before me state's exhibit, hold on a minute. State's exhibit number 1. State, you like to offer states 1?
Yes, Your Honor, we would.
We have no objections, Your Honor.
No objection, state's exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Okay. Okay, no objection, state's exhibit number 1 will be admitted. Now, Mr. LeBlanc, you've advised and counseled Ms. Clowers. Is there any evidence that she's currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
None that I'm aware of, Your Honor.
Ms. Flowers, your attorney, Mr. LeBlanc, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
100% completely.
Okay. Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Clowers, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea of guilty and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have an agreement?
Yes, Your Honor, we do. The agreement is for Ms. Clowers to serve 45 days in Jefferson County Jail, tax and retire court costs.
Okay, so she getting credit for time served?
I'm not sure if she does have that time. If she does, then yes, it will be credit for time served.
Well, now, because you said tax and retire court costs, I mean, normally you tax and retire court costs after she has been given credit for time served.
Yes, Your Honor.
So I mean, I'm just trying to figure out what was the plea bargaining agreement? Because is it 45 days?
Yes, Your Honor, it's 45 days.
Okay. Okay, so, Ms. Clowers, the state is offering to serve 45 days in the Jefferson County Jail. Could you say she has a magistrate's warning, or, you know, with the affidavit in the clause number 328318. Okay, so now, Ms. Clowers, the state is offering that you serve 45 days in the Jefferson County Jail. And you'll be given credit for any time that you're entitled to get by law. The court cost in this case, you got it? Ms. Clowers, is $337. Ms. Clowers, would you be able to pay the $337?
No, sir.
Okay, just hold on a minute. I have to ask you a few questions.
Judge, if I may, she's also,
Okay.
okay.
Uh,
She's also in there on a felony that I don't think she's gonna be able to bond out. So she'll be in there for a little bit longer, most likely.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let me ask you this here question then. Are you saying that okay, so you're saying she's in on a she's He's in, on a felony case?
Yes, Judge, being held on a felony.
Now, is she serving out a sentence on the felony case, or what are you saying?
It's
They
new
haven't been,
charges.
it hadn't been indicted yet.
Oh, okay, well, okay, that's fine. Let me do this. Now, okay. Now, Miss Clowers, I'm looking at a document that you signed. Yeah, you just signed, okay, a document that you signed on March 20th of 2021. This document is titled Affidavit of Indigence. Now, on this document, Ms. Powers, it states that you have no income. Is that still your current status?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you have no income, not receiving any state benefits or anything?
No, sir.
Okay. No governmental checks or no other forms of income, is that correct? I
No,
think.
sir, I'm not receiving anything.
Okay, so Mr. Judge Pash found that you was indigent, you met the eligibility requirements on March 20th of 2021. And so the court is going to find that you are still indigent, and the court cost of $337 in this case is going to be waived. Pursuant to Article 42.15 Texas Code of Criminal Procedure. Ms. Clowers,
Yes, sir.
do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the state is offering that you serve 45 days in the Jefferson County Jail. You'll be given credit for time served. The $336 court cost in this case will be waived pursuant to Article 42.15 of the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure because the court has found you to be indigent. Now, Ms. Clowers, do you understand the state's offer and the court's adjustment?
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer and
Yes,
adjustment?
sir.
And do you think that is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now, Ms. Clowers, this will conclude your case. Please follow the bailiff, and you have a blessed day.
Yes, sir. Y'all too.
Okay.
Take care, Amanda.
And Mr. LeBlanc, you have a blessed day as well.
Thank you, Judge. You too.
Okay. Yeah. I'm so sure. We're on the record in cause number, cause number 329250. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Edgar Jesus Ochoa. Mr. Ochoa, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Ochoa, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
I do.
Okay, Mr. Ochoa, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Ochoa?
Good, Your Honor. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Ochoa,
Yes, sir.
the information in this case alleges that on or about December 22nd of 2020, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed to Class A misdemeanor offense of driving while intoxicated with an alcohol concentration level of 0.15 or more. Mr. Ochoa, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, Mr. Ochoa, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Now, are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or,
Yes.
or do you not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Ochoa, I have before me a document that is titled Misdemeanor Plea Admonishment. It is labeled as State's Exhibit Number 1. On page 2 of this document, there are a set of initials, EJO, on a line that is titled Nolo Contendere, which means no contest. Did you place your initials on this line?
Yes, Your Honor.
And on page 3 of this same document, there's a signature above the line that says defendant. Is that your signature?
Yes, Your Honor.
And on the next document, which is the trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, there's a signature above the line that says defendant. Is that your signature?
Yes, Your Honor.
There are 2 boxes that are checked at the top of this document. The first box check states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And the next box that's checked states that you are waiving, which means you're giving up your right to an appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Ochoa, did you sign a document out there that is titled the discovery certification?
Yes, Your Honor.
And now, Mr. Ochoa, prior to signing and initialing these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you read and understand all of these, everything that's in these documents?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, Mr. Ochoa, are you a citizen of the United States?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit Number 1. State, you like to offer States 1?
Yes, Your Honor, and I'd also like to offer State's Exhibit 2, which is the probable cause affidavit.
No objection.
Okay, no objection. State's Exhibit Number 1 and State's Exhibit Number 2 are admitted. Now, Mr. McIntosh, you advised and counseled Mr. Ochoa. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Ochoa, Mr. McIntosh has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Does he provide full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Ochoa, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea of no contest and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
What is that agreement?
It's for 30 days, credit for time served, tax and retire court costs.
Okay, Mr. Ochoa, the state is offering that you serve 30 days in the Jefferson County Jail. However, you will not have to serve any more time in the Jefferson County Jail in this case because you've already served enough time on this case. Therefore, you'll be given credit for time served. The court cost in this case is $442. However, you will not have to pay the $442 either because the time that you spent in jail has already paid it off. Mr. Ochoa, your court costs will be taxed and retired. Now, Mr. Ochoa, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you think that the state's offer in this case is fair and just?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Ochoa, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Ochoa, this will conclude your case. Please follow the bailiff and you have a blessed day.
You too. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.